Well, thank you, Chairman DeFazio and Ranking Member Graves. And I represent the 1st District of Virginia, which is home to some of the most unique traffic challenges in the country. The 1st District spans the I-95 corridor in Northern Virginia, including the worst traffic hotspots in the nation, all the way down to the Northern Neck and Middle Peninsula, which include the most neglected rural roads and bridges in Virginia. Furthermore, the National Capital Region is also home to one of the most strained public transportation networks in the country, which include the Virginia Railway Express, Metro, Amtrak, Ronald Reagan International, and Dulles International airports. Moreover, the Port of Virginia, which services all 48 contiguous states, also faces an urgent need for expansion. Addressing congestion along the I-95 corridor is essential. I believe the federal government can address those issues by providing adequate resources in order to leverage the state's investments. Congress must prioritize public-private partnerships in innovative modern-day technologies. An important component of reducing traffic congestion in Northern Virginia is commuter rail. Long Bridge, which spans the Potomac River between Virginia and DC, is a critical gateway between Southeast and Northeast rail networks. Constituents in my district rely on the services of the VRE and Amtrak to commute throughout DC and Northern Virginia. Owned and operated by CSX, the existing Long Bridge is the only railroad bridge connecting Virginia to DC and is the most significant passenger and freight rail choke point along the entire East Coast. Under normal circumstances, the bridge functions at 98% capacity during peak periods, preventing DC, Virginia, and Maryland from including or increasing passenger and commuter rail service for their communities. Last month, Virginia and CSX finalized a landmark agreement to expand reliability and service on Virginia's rail lines, creating a pathway to separate passenger and freight operations along the Richmond to DC corridor. This $3.7 billion investment included building a new Virginia-owned Long Bridge across the Potomac River, which dedicated tracks for passenger and commuter rail. As a requirement for the Long Bridge project to proceed, Virginia needed to acquire land from the National Park Service. Fortunately, the Consolidated Appropriations Act of 2021 included my bill, the Long Bridge Act of 2020, which allows the necessary transfer of National Park Service lands for the Long Bridge project. The Port of Virginia is one of the largest and busiest ports on the eastern seaboard, and it urgently needs to be deepened, widened, and expanded so its channels can accommodate today's larger ships. The Port of Virginia is one of the Commonwealth's most powerful economic engines. On an annual basis, the port is responsible for more than 400,000 jobs and $92 billion in spending across our Commonwealth. Furthermore, the Port of Virginia generates more than 7.5% of our gross state product, but the port's true reach extends throughout the Mid-Atlantic and into the Midwest and Ohio Valley. The deepening and widening of Norfolk Harbor will ensure the continued safe and timely passage of larger commercial and military vessels through Norfolk Harbor. Public and private non-federal interests have invested billions of dollars on landside infrastructure and are prepared to provide their cost share to complete this crucial navigation project in a timely manner. In order to remain on schedule, the Norfolk Harbor and Channel project requires a New Start designation and robust federal investment to fully fund the Inner Harbor contract and match the non-federal cost share. Federal investment in this project will allow the port to remain a prominent economic hub for the nation and a key player in domestic and international trade by generating more than $78 million in annual national economic development benefits. Interstate 64 corridor is the lifeline connecting the economic and military hub of Hampton Roads to the rest of the Commonwealth and to the world. I-64 is a significant transportation corridor, allowing residents to commute daily and providing easy access to tourism attractions throughout the region. The I-64 Peninsula Widening Project in Hampton Roads area is vital to increase vehicle capacity, resulting in immediate congestion relief along one of the most heavily traveled highways in Virginia. Widening I-64 is essential for increased economic development in the Hampton Roads region and directly supports the transportation of freight lines from the Port of Virginia. It is essential also for military readiness by providing access to and from and between military facilities, and is essential emergency evacuation route during hurricane events affecting Southeast Virginia and Northeast North Carolina. As for our need for infrastructure increases, so too do the demands for a skilled and capable workforce. Placing more emphasis on science, technology, engineering, and math, and career and technical education is needed to help better prepare our students to meet the demands of our workforce. Addressing America's transportation infrastructure is a shared responsibility between federal, state, and local governments. Chairman DeFazio and Ranking Member Graves, thank you for allowing me to testify before you today, and I look forward to working with you and the rest of the committee to improve America's infrastructure.